I knew that was going to take place. Where is everybody? Everybody in? Can we start?
What the fuck?
So
That's so strange.
how is this possible? A class of 70, a class of 76, and there's 16 people. Wow. But you know what? You're wasting your mentorship. And you know I don't repeat shit, so
Dumbass motherfucker.
yeah, let's get on. Let's get on with it. Let's get on with it. Let's get on with it.
Dumb
Cool,
fuck.
guys. So
Useless.
those who are here are here,
idiots.
and those who are not are not. All right.
Idiots.
Let us start. Okay. So what we're actually going to do today, right, is we're going to put everything together, guys. Right? We're going to make this as simple as possible by just, you know, putting everything that we've learned together, right? So let's start, right? Let's start by analyzing, right, the 4-hour chart, right? So this is how we start. So we're going to start by analyzing the 4-hour chart, and there goes my network again. Jesus, network sucks. Sorry, guys, just give me a second. Let me just put it on my.
Random shit. Who's this guy? Really? The hell? The hell's going on here?
As I was saying, guys, we're going to start on a 4-hour chart. So today I wanna kind of like just, you know, get into the grifty stuff, like, you know, how we analyze a chart, and you know, just very simple things like confirmations, order blocks, supply and demand, fib, and we're just going to use, you know, liquidity, highs and lows. Something very simple, a simple strategy we're going to put together real quick. All right. So now, right, let's start with what, Asa?
Order block.
An order block, and the order block is now a supply zone, yes?
Yes, sir.
Great. And we can then draw in a level of demand, right? And then let's look at another level. So I would say this level over here. Right. Now, some people tend to draw it not with the wicks. I prefer it this way. Many prefer taking the whole order block. I don't, especially not when I'm just drawing a supply or demand zone, right? So here we have an order block, but we're not going to take that into consideration. What we're going to take into consideration is this level. All right. So we've got our levels over here, right? This being our levels on the 4 hour, right? So we've got a push, a halfway turn, and a push. You with me? So we have a push where price pushes up. That's 50% of that complete move. And then we see price dip in and price push away. Right. Now that we've kind of got like this, you know, intact, we might want to look at what price did previously. And same goes for this, and obviously that level over there. Right. So
strange.
Right. Now, we can obviously see what happened here, right? So we can see that price pushed away every time it got to this zone. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
We can all see that, right? We can see that price pushed away every time it came to this demand zone, right? This demand zone saw price push away. Now, guys, let's look at this, right? What do we call this block over here? Let's draw it out. What is that block?
Contraction, sir.
Your mom's pussy.
It's a contraction zone, correct. Now, we would want to see price do something at this level. Right? Actually, we would want it just above price action, somewhere there. Right, there we go. Now, you can see that to the T, price pushed away from that
already happened in your bald
contraction
head.
box.
Your bald
Right. Now, if we pull this all the way through,
your bald head.
you can basically see, when it's straight, right? You would then see that even if you didn't have this zone drawn out, right? Let's take this zone away. Right? We knew that as soon as price came to this, price would push away. And as soon as price came back to that level, price would push away.
Even higher.
Oh, higher, lower. What I'm trying to get at, guys, is that I'm using very simple terminologies here. Very simple terminologies. We're not using mitigation. We're not using any of that. Even though we had mitigation over here of that order block, I'm not using that. Right? I'm not using that. And what am I using? I'm using a 4-hour chart. Right. So let's go back to simplicity. Right. Now, everybody was asking me today, Marco, how did you catch that sell? Marco, how did you catch this buy? Guys, it's simple. We would have already known that soon as price came into this level, right, prior to what it did previously, that price would then push away. Can you see that?
Oh my God, this guy's full of shit.
Can everybody see that?
This guy's so full of shit. Oh my God.
Now,
Yes, sir.
now what has price done at that level? Remember now, right, let's clean these charts. What do we call this?
Order block.
An order block. An order block that wasn't respected. Right?
Right.
Right.
Yes, perfect.
Even though it's this order block and it's this leg that took that low. Right. Now remember, guys, price own won't, this order block was respected. It just wasn't respected where we know it to be respected. Right. But now think about this, right? When price came back to this level, we were expecting price to push away, right? Price was to push away, right?
Yes.
So since price didn't push away, what does this order block become now?
Demand zone.
Yeah, but if an order block is not respected, what does that order block become? What happened over here? What happened? Price broke right through this order block, right? So what does this order block become?
Is it a breaker block?
Exactly, a breaker block. So this order block will now only be respected when price breaks into it. It's a breaker block. We break into, price breaks into the order block, right? Not from the downside, but price breaks, comes down to that same order block, right? But price breaks the order block, so it becomes a breaker block. And then we're looking for price. Once price breaks it, and that becomes a breaker block, price should then come in and mitigate that breaker block. And as we can see, right, at this level, we have a bullish order block, meaning that there were orders over here that were left behind. And that's why we see this reaction happening over here, because we mitigate out of our positions, right? We mitigate out of our positions, but that's not the case here. With a breaker block, we don't mitigate out of our positions. We take our same positions that were once sell to buy. Making sense? So
Yes.
Yes, sir. Very much.
we had a sell off, right? We had a sell off, meaning that the guys over here who were trying to push price higher were in a negative. And as soon as they came in here, right, what did they do? They broke right through, right? So they're now in a positive, right? So they could hold they could hold their negative positions, and they decided that, you know what, we are going to hold, and then we are not going to push price lower, because it was, remember guys, this is a bullish order block, right? So at this level, there's bullish order flow. Price is going to push away from that order block, and that's what we saw. We saw price push away from that breaker block. Price pushed away, meaning that this order block became a breaker block, and as soon as price broke out of an order block, making it a breaker block, price would then come back and collect those orders and push price even further up. You with me?
Yes, sir. Making much sense.
Is this making sense, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So you're
No,
expecting it to make a new high from that level, actually.
Correct. Right.
Right.
Now, we can see that this order block was mitigated exactly 50%. Right? We're going to call it an order block because we know it as an order block, but it's actually a breaker block. Soon as an order block is broken and not respected, remember that we know, right? We know that an order block should be respected. Now, if we look over here, this order block over here was not respected, right? Correct. Now, why wasn't this order block respected at all prior to this move or anything? Even though price broke out of it, making it a breaker block, why wasn't it respected? Because guys, it wasn't this order block that took out this low. It was that order block that took out this low. Out this low. You with me?
Yes.
Right. Now, we obviously thought that once price taps into this level, price would then push away, as it has done previously. Right? But you see, when price pushed into this level, right, they made a decision to then push price higher. So the same guys who had orders over here have made a decision to say, listen, we'll keep our positions, right? We'll keep our positions, and then we will then push price down, right? We'll then push price down to collect these orders. But for now, right, we'll buy over here, right? Because we know, right, we know that at this level, right, at this level, we'll come back down, collect those orders, and then push price even higher. You with me? So it's an institution like this that has serious funds to its name, right? Because this is what you would expect. You'd expect price to pull away. So once price came into here, you would have expected them to pull away. That's why everybody was waiting for that fall. But like I said, guys, like I said, they can change the movement, but never change the language. Now, where's the language? The language is here, guys, right over here. Right over here is the language. They made a decision to push price higher, made a decision to push price higher, right? Not respecting an order block. So once we break through, it became a breaker block. But price still would come back and respect it. Just not in terms of down and then, sorry, down, up, and then down. But instead, down, up, and then down. However, though, that breaker block was still respected. You with me?
Yes.
Now, guys, how many pips does Nasdaq move? I want to see if you guys know this. How many pips does Nasdaq move? If you had to look at Nasdaq, how many pips does Nasdaq move prior to every time they now need to make a decision on business to either push price higher or get discounted price? Let me show you guys something. Look at this, guys. Is it a coincidence? No, it's not. Right. Now, can we all see that? Let me just make it thicker. Right. Can you all see that? Can we all see that?
Yes.
Right. Then there was a
Contraction.
level where there was a contraction, where they made a decision, and then is that a coincidence? No, it's not. The amount of pips from here to here before they made a decision is going to be the same amount of pips from there to there. It's not a coincidence. Look at this.
The fuck?
Is it a coincidence? It's not. Nasdaq moves this many pips before it makes a decision. Let's do another one. A decision was made. Now, everybody was asking me, Marco, how did you know that there was going to be a fall? Guys, look at that pattern. Can we all see it?
Yes.
Now, can you see that there's a huge difference between that and that?
Yes.
Now, if you look at this, this was the only time the market started rejecting buyers from going higher. It was the only time.
Yes, I've noticed they took a long time to grab the liquidity upwards.
Correct. Now, this is telling you that we're getting ready for a sell-off.
Oh.
And now, all we're looking for is either that to play out, and if that is aligned with my FIB, then I know exactly what the market's going to do. How easy was this, guys? How easy was this? How easy was this? Now remember, guys, anything below the 50, anything below the 50 is considered discounted price. Right? They broke out of the 50. So this automatically tells me that they have gotten their discounted price. If we take this whole move, they got discounted price. Yes, they could have come over here. That would have been obviously more of a discounted price, but they still got discounted price. Guys, when these guys get discounted price, they're going for the third leg. Meaning we got A, B, C, and where can we see price going from here? We can now see price
Moving the same way, yeah. Perfect.
15,500, give or take.
It's a profit.
And all you want to do is, when we talk about trend lines, is just we're using them for confirmation. So that's the start of my trend line. I now want to see price respect my trend line. So what am I looking for now? Now I'm looking for this exact same thing. Is it a coincidence? No, it's not. Can everybody see that? Price just did what it did previous. Look at that. Right? So what am I looking for? I'm looking for price to make a decision somewhere over here. And there's the next move. And then what? Price to make a decision somewhere over here. And then we move up. Price makes another decision. And we move up. Now let's look how many takes it took. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still think it's a coincidence. Hey guys, still think it's a coincidence.
No, sir.
I feel like this should really help you guys now.
Way too much. 100%.
You understand? If you can see them consolidating as they had done previously, and then all of a sudden, right, the pattern starts to change, you can expect that that is the end of the move. I'm now giving you the golden nuggets. When you can see that price is not doing what it did previously, right? When you can see what that price is changing, right? The order flow and how it moves, you can expect the next move. So we would look for price to start moving, right, in a certain way, and then it will indicate to you, giving you something that is not of its nature, which we are used to is something like that. And that's when you can see that price is now starting to form a certain, perhaps, wedge or a certain price action, and we can then see it dumping. So once we start seeing price doing something like this, you can expect that fall.
You serious? You serious?
Yeah, especially from when it makes higher highs.
Yeah.
So can we rather expect it right there? Can we expect it to fall till that order block before the fall?
Which order block?
Right there before the long candlestick.
Order block over here. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So you obviously now know that that's going to be a breaker block. So we won't consider. So we won't consider this to be a level where price is going to bounce down, bounce off it. We're not expecting price to bounce off it. It bounced off over here. We're then expecting that massive breakout, and then looking for, a massive breakout, complete breakout. And then one price does that, we're looking for it to come in, mitigate those orders, and price will then use this level to move higher. Come back down, probably find a breaker block somewhere over here, and price moves back up. Now, obviously within this here, we're going to get a 4, and we're going to get on a 1 hour chart or 15 minutes, you're going to see this huge fall, but it's not a huge fall.
Yeah, we're looking at 2 weeks, there, even months.
Yeah. I hope this helps you.
Way too much, sir. I appreciate it.
I feel like you guys wanted a strategy, and a simple strategy that works. I just showed you how I knew that the market was going to fall. Hence, I caught the fall, but I also caught the buy. So I caught the fall, and I don't know if you guys saw that I did 2 withdrawals today of almost 500,000, and I caught the buy. Yeah, I did 2 live withdrawals. Yes. So one was
that fall yesterday blew me.
Why though? You should have seen it coming.
Yeah,
you see, that's what I feel like. The reason you didn't see it coming is because I hadn't given you that last piece of the puzzle where we can now look at how to determine where price is going, because it moves a certain amount of pips.
Yeah.
Also
hedging,
and then price changed its form and ways of moving. Understand? We never saw this anymore, because we saw this. Yes, we did. It took place over here, but it was at this point, and only at this point, that we saw that price is not making the typical movement we're looking for. Before, final rejection.
So you were in the sell for quite some time. I mean, this is a 4-hour chart.
Yeah.
So
no, I was in the sell yesterday.
Yeah, but you waited like quite some time before the drop actually came.
Yes, but I knew that the drop was coming.
Yeah.
Now I'm showing you how I knew that the drop was coming.
Yeah.
Because you see, it was this last candle push-up that took out that final liquidity.
Yeah, it took the stops from everyone that actually sold and then sold.
Yeah, because everybody who was trying to get in, right, obviously has their stops
just above there. Yeah,
just above there. So we can definitely see price probably, coming into this level, right? But then making a decision as they build liquidity and push price higher.
Yeah. Yeah, and as always does that, eh?
Yeah, and then that's no longer an order block. It's a breaker block. And the reason we see this continuing to happen is because there was no fair value for buyers here. And that's another reason why they then push price higher, because now sellers were here and buyers want to now, show their strength. You understand? And that's why in most cases, you'll see that once they show their strength, you'll see that, 2, 3, 4 big moves happening over here with obviously consolidations taking place, right? And then you'll find out that, it was at this level, right? It was at this level where that low came down, right? Or you might even find a low somewhere over here, right? But price doesn't push away. Price only takes liquidity. So it takes out those bottom legs, and then price pushes away. Who saw my wipe off? I sent it in the group. Who saw my wipe off? Nobody saw it.
I saw it. Sir.
Okay, so this looks like we could have a schematic too, where the spring, obviously the STB plays as the spring, right? And then price gets marked.
SOS.
Yes, right. Then we have a sign of strength somewhere over here, and then price is marked up before the decision is made.
Then we come to test.
And then we have a distribution phase.
No.
And guys, this is just the way the market works. So we have, our accumulation phase, price pushes up, right? Or reaccumulation. This might be I don't know. No, that wouldn't be. Maybe on a smaller time frame, we might see this being accumulation, and then price pushing up, reaccumulation, price pushing up, distribution, price pushes down. So then that would be our markdown in price. And this is just how the market works, guys. This is just how the market works. It's as simple as that. We've got 1 minute, so let me just quickly finish this off. But did you guys understand this?
Yes.
Yeah, thanks.
Way too much. I appreciate it. So.
Understand?
Marcus,
So yeah.
sorry, how many pips did you say Nasdaq moves within a day?
Nasdaq moves within a range of 100, 150 pips.
Okay, thanks.
But it would do the same leg over and over again, as we saw. You understand?
All right.
As soon as price pushes up, you can expect that same leg, give or take, to be, well,
Yeah.
if we had to say exactly, then that's exactly.
Yeah.
Understand? So this is what you can expect Nasdaq to push up in price continuously until we stop